Hi everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. A pretty fabulous day across the DMV. We are tracking rain showers, the leading edge starting to make its way across the region. Let's time out that rain and a few storms for your Wednesday coming up.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Ahead on DC News Now at 9, a verdict for the murder of a 10-year-old girl shot and killed while getting ice cream in DC 5 years ago.
This is what the hard work of delivering accountability looks like.
DC's lead prosecutor says justice is served.
I just don't want people to rush to judgment. Give us the benefit of the doubt here.
Plus, charges have been filed against first responders caught on camera in a viral video throwing punches and kicking someone to the ground. And now a group of DC firefighters are responding. Hear why they say people aren't getting the whole story.
These are people who sacrificed their lives in their communities. These are people who threw the economy on their backs during the pandemic.
Plus, janitors take to the streets calling for better wages and better rights. What they want changed coming up in just minutes. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Annalisa Gale filling in for Thasmin Mahfouz.
Yeah, we begin tonight the latest on the 5 men convicted in connection to a 10-year-old girl's murder back in 2018.
Micaiah Wilson was killed right after getting ice cream in the courtyard of her apartment complex. Our Daniel Hamburg is joining us live outside the D.C. Superior Courthouse now, where those verdicts were read this afternoon. Now, Daniel, we know 6 people were on trial for Micaiah's death. What else are we learning about today's decision?
Annalisa and Chris, 5 of those people were convicted of first-degree murder. The other convicted of conspiracy to commit a crime of violence. The whole trial taking more than 4 months. It's been nearly 5 years since 10-year-old Micaiah Wilson was murdered in front of her home on 53rd Street Northeast.
I seen some guys pull up in the car, jump out with face masks on, and just start shooting.
This was July 16th, 2018. Prosecutors say Isaiah Murchison, Gregory Taylor, Kuwan Thomas, and 2 others were armed. They say Quentin Michaels and Doris Jeffers assisted by obtaining the guns and car used in the shooting, all convicted of first-degree murder, and Markel Cobbs found guilty of conspiracy.
They got what they deserve. I mean, it was an innocent young lady that wasn't doing nothing. She didn't deserve to get killed like that. U.S.
Attorney Matthew Graves says the men fired more than 50 shots because of a petty social media feud they had with individuals who associated with that community.
There's nothing more gut-wrenching to us as prosecutors than homicides where children are killed. We will do all within our power to deliver justice in cases like this.
Prosecutors say all 6 men convicted are members of the gang called the Wellington Park Crew. Their defense attorneys argued there were no fingerprints, DNA, or physical evidence, but prosecutors relied heavily on statements the defendants made on social media and motive evidence in its case.
We have the ability through 21st century investigative tactics to put together social media, to put together video evidence, which is more and more prevalent, and to tell a compelling story that will convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt of guilt.
Now, these sentencing hearings are scheduled for October 6th and October 20th. There are 2 additional defendants who have still yet to stand trial. We're live at D.C. Superior Court. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
Also developing right now, tonight 2 D.C. firefighters are charged with simple assault. It stems from a brawl that broke out during a call back in April in Northwest Washington. Our Mariel Carbone joins us live tonight from D.C. Superior Court, where both men pleaded not guilty today. And Mariel, the whole fight was caught on camera.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. And that video, it's been viewed thousands of times. Now, I spoke to the president of the DC Firefighters Association, and he tells me there's a lot more to what happened than just what you see on that video. And he says the man that those 2 firefighters are accused of assaulting was actually the aggressor in this case. Now, we do want to warn you, the video may be disturbing to some. This video, which shows several DC firefighters brawling while on a call, is why 2 employees are now facing a misdemeanor charge each. Tuesday, 48-year-old Lieutenant Sean Simon and 21-year-old Redden Eclio turned themselves into police. Both are charged with simple assault. Both pled not guilty in court.
They were put in this impossible situation where they had to protect their own safety.
According to court documents, DC Fire and EMS were called to the scene of a Metro bus crash on Florida Avenue Northwest in April. While responding, a man, the complainant, was acting erratically and interfering with their work. The man then hit Lieutenant Simon twice. A group of firefighters jumped in to restrain the man, but court records show Simon swung at him several times, punching him twice. And Ecclio kicked him in the head, seen here on video.
There's a whole lot that's not captured on that video that led up to that incident.
DC Fire Association President David Hoagland says firefighters aren't trained on de-escalation.
It's firefighters, it's not police officers. We don't have weapons to protect us. I just don't want people to rush to judgment. Give us the benefit of the doubt here.
He says he's shocked the firefighters were charged.
We're really surprised that the U.S. Attorney's Office decided to take this step, just given the fact that one of those members, received injuries.
And I did reach out to DC Fire and EMS about this, and they tell me that there are 6 firefighters that were put on administrative leave that were involved in this brawl. Of course, 2 have been charged, but all 6 will remain on administrative leave until all of the legal proceedings are complete. Reporting live from the courthouse tonight, I'm Ariel Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, time now for a first check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. Just a gorgeous evening out there.
Yeah, it was really nice, Janessa. I sat by the window. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, you got to love it compared to last night. We were sitting under kind of dreary skies, low-lying clouds. Now things have cleared and our city just looks absolutely beautiful. Live look out towards Roslyn right now. Not a cloud in the sky. We do have a storm system that is approaching, and by tomorrow morning, things will change once again. We're in kind of this repetitive nature this week of we're seeing clear skies and rain, clear skies again. And so that's going to continue for at least the next 5 days. Make sure you are on our website or on dcnewsnow.com or downloading our app. It will keep you updated really frequently on the weather pattern as it continues to fluctuate. Mostly cloudy across areas of Prince George's County, Annapolis into Baltimore, 74 degrees. But what's really noticeable is the humidity levels. It's nice, refreshing air, and we have a breeze that's coming out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Winds are not an issue, but tomorrow, again, as you're walking around the metro area, around your region or your community, definitely going to notice the winds coming out of the south, pretty breezy conditions. We'll look at that in the extended forecast. Now, here's that storm system that wants to kind of hover across the PA line. It's not providing any rain right now across our region, but it will continue to filter in around 3 a.m. It'll be pretty noticeable across our western communities. Tonight, even going into overnight hours, temperatures are still fairly comfortable into the upper 60s. Temperatures do not start to drop until about 4 a.m. That's when we'll track in our overnight lows. Hey, let's time the rain out and then talk about more sunshine of your extended forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Janessa. Well, right now, Prince George's County Police are investigating a deadly shooting in Suitland, Maryland. Our Murray Sussay now spoke to a witness who says the shooting left them traumatized and wondering what it takes to end gun violence.
A shooting in broad daylight took the life of a man on Silver Hill Road Tuesday afternoon.
I seen 3 individuals walk up to that young man and shoot him.
One man who did not want to be identified says he saw it all unfold. It happened right across from Suitland Station.
It was like 5 to 7 shots. As they shot him, they ran towards the station.
Police arrived to the scene around 12:35. They found the victim suffering from gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. Although the victim hasn't been identified by police yet, sources say he was 27 years old and today was his birthday.
That made me feel bad because that could have been my nephew or anybody.
Part of Silver Hill Road was shut down for hours as police tried to piece together what led to the incident. Many in the community are fed up with the increasing gun violence in Prince George's County, and they want things to change soon.
We need to stand up for the community, for real. Because this violence gotta stop, man. For real, it gotta stop. Period.
John Murray Sussay reporting. Meanwhile, all new at 9, Montgomery County leaders and janitors rallying together in downtown Bethesda, demanding better wages and working conditions. The rally comes just days before contract negotiations. On June 22nd, janitors will bargain for a new 4-year union contract impacting 1,200 workers in Montgomery County. Right now, these janitors earn $17 per hour. They're now fighting for fair annual increases to reflect inflation and the value of their essential work.
These are workers who couldn't work from home during the pandemic. They have to show up to work. So we lost 25 members in this area to COVID. So these are people who risk their lives every day to sanitize these buildings. Now it's time for the companies that they work for and these building owners to do what's right for these workers.
Now, the rally comes just 2 days before Justice for Janitors Day. 33 years ago, on June 15th, dozens of janitors were hurt and arrested by police officers during a rally out in Los Angeles.
And in Maryland, the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission is warning customers about the tap water. The water agency says you may notice an earthy taste in your water due to algae activity in the Potomac. But the Water Commission says despite the taste and maybe the odor issues, the water is safe to drink.